Mixtapes and DVDs is my era.
Facts.
We did it better.
Yep.
Pelly leathers,
Facts.
ACG boots. We 80s babies and early 90s when it got grimy. I was out of this world, you could not find me unless you check the lobby. Hustling was my hobby. We was lobby boys before Jim Jones. You could catch me in Harlem eating Jimbos.
Now, a lot of my subscribers been asking for this video, so it's only right I do it. Now, if you're not familiar with Bunky S.A., he's a rapper from the Bronx, New York. He reps Max out. Now, he was originally working with Lil' Kim, and he wrote a few records on her La Bella Mafia album, and he also wrote for Benzino when Benzino was dissing Eminem. Now, Bunky S.A. hooked up with Lil' Kim because his homeboy Al Jeter and Ill Bill started Max out with D-Rock, who was Junior Mafia and Biggie homeboy, and Lakey the Kid. Now, Al Jeter was doing security for Puff, and Ill Bill was down with Junior Mafia in his later years. So basically, Bunky S.A. was in the loop with Lil' Kim because they had a lot of mutual friends and peoples, and she gave him a phone call to come down to the studio, and according to him, he ain't have nothing going on. He was living in the projects, so of course he was going to go to the studio and work with Lil' Kim. So he was down with Queen Bee Records, and you know, he was in the loop with her for the La Bella Mafia album, and that's before Maino came on board and started working with Kim actually too. And also, Bunky S.A. got writer's credits for the La Bella Mafia album and a platinum plaque from Atlantic Records. And Bunky S.A. used to be real cool with Math Hoffa as well. So for y'all that think he just came out of nowhere getting that Maino, he had a little name for himself. Now, the beef between Bunky S.A. and Maino started because at the time, Bunky S.A. fell out with Lil' Kim. And he started rocking with Lil' C's, you get what I'm saying? And at the time, Lil' C's and Maino had the whole feud going on. So Bunky S.A. was trying to hold down Lil' C's in the situation. And at this time, Maino was rocking with Lil' Kim, and Lil' Kim wasn't rocking with Lil' C's because she felt he snitched on her. So now, Maino comes into an event that Bunky S.A.'s in already. Maino walk around the event saying what's up to everybody he know, and then he runs into Bunky S.A. and he press him like, "Don't I know you from somewhere?" And Bunky S.A. like, "I don't know." He like, "Yeah, I do know you from somewhere. What's your name?" He like, "Bunky." He like, "Oh yeah, that's right. I seen you on them DVDs talking crazy. Like, is it a problem or something?" And Maino basically like, "You know about me, right?" And Bunky S.A. wasn't like really answering him. And then Maino lifts his shirt up and flashes gun. And like, "You know about me, right?" And you know, Bunky S.A. kind of complied and Maino kind of walked off. Now, that particular incident right there happened in 2007.
I try to keep this shit street. They showed me a ratchet in 07. Y'all heard me make a fucking song? I was gonna clap this nigga. I seen him.
And you know, in the DVD era, Bunky S.A. was outside. You get what I'm saying? He was in the loop. He'd be with Huddy Six or Young Six making his rounds. And the next time he ran into Maino was in Club Perfections, a strip club in Queens, actually. And according to Bunky S.A., he says Maino was grilling him, looking at him while he was in the club. And, you know, he in there smack, he drunk, he off E-pills. You know, he turned up and he walked to Maino like, "Yo, like, I ain't with the face fighting."
I approached Maino as a man, told him I'm not with the face fighting game. He said some bullshit. K-Slay pulled him out the way after I tried to choke him.
And he said K-Slay jumped in between them and grabbed Maino as he was trying to choke Maino. He said they turned the cameras on and they got it popping. And that's when they jumped Bunky S.A. in that strip club. They beat him up. He was trying to reach for the register. Y'all know the footage if y'all seen it. And it just got crazy. Now, Bunky S.A. said the reason he reached for the register was to hit one of them upside the head, but it was chained down to the bar, so it couldn't come off of the table. So, you know, they jumped him. He was bleeding, but they never knocked him out or nothing like that. He stood up, you know, and took his licking. Now, the footage of Bunky S.A. being jumped by Maino and Hustle Hard was on World Star, and, you know, Bunky S.A. actually responded to the video being posted on World Star on ForbesDVD.com. Now, from this interview, he got a lot of attention, and his buzz started to pick up a lot because he was on Nostrand Ave, burning Maino's black flags that he was wearing at the time, and he was calling Maino out to a fight. And, you know, he was kind of entertaining. He said we could lock in the elevator and fight for 10,000. I'll put a cigarette in my mouth and we could get it on. And he was disrespecting Maino and coming at Maino. And you know, from there, his whole little buzz picked up. So now Maino never really responded to this interview of Bunky essay on ForbesDVD.com and WorldStar because, you know, at the time Maino was lit. This was like 2010. He done had a few hit records out and he was doing his thing. So I guess he ain't really want to give Bunky essay no clout or no light. You get what I'm saying? But his homeboy, Hustle Hard Gotti, responded to Bunky essay and he exposed the fact that Maino backed the slammer out on him when he seen him at the event he was at, and he also explained them beating him up and jumping him, and you know, he had a little entertaining response.
You was holding on to the cash register like you was trying to get your money back. What you wanted, a refund? What you needed, change?
And Hustle Hard Gotti actually said that he would fight for the $10,000 against Bunky essay because there's not enough money for Maino, but he needed the 10 grand, so he'll fight Bunky essay for it. And then, you know, Bunky essay responded with another Forbes DVD interview or vlog or whatever, and he continued to talk about Maino, disrespect him, explain the whole situation with him getting jumped, saying like it was mad at him and he was twisted and they still couldn't knock him out. And he explained like Maino was emailing him, threatening him and all that. And then after that, he dropped like a diss record towards Maino. Now, on his diss record called No Subliminals, Bunky essay explains being in White Plains at a video shoot, 100 deep. He says Vado was there, Cameron was there, Cassidy, Funk, Flex, Bully from D Block, and they all was there. Maino was scared to get out his car. So it's like he was picking his battles wisely. He ain't get out that car in White Plains. I don't know how true it is or the reason Maino ain't get out, but that's what Bunky essay say on No Subliminals diss record. Now, Bunky essay will go on and do a few more interviews about the situation with him and Maino, and then the situation just kind of died out. Now, Bunky essay is currently in federal prison, I believe. He's making freestyle videos from his prison cell, so if he's locked up right now, free that man. And, you know, this is just a breakdown on the whole Bunky essay and Maino situation y'all been asking for. But tell me what y'all feel like. Do y'all feel like Bunky essay was trying to get some clout off of Maino, or what he was doing was called for? You get what I'm saying? Maino backed the slammer out on him. Well, flashed the slammer at him. And, you know, they jumped him, so he did what he had to do to speak his piece. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, if you're a fan of these old hip-hop stories, tell a friend about my page. Like, comment, subscribe. More content coming, and I'm out.